back at the Dwarven Castle to break some bad news to the Dwarf King. Again. Cecil is terrible at breaking bad news. You don't say actually and then just let the moment hang. Anyway, apparently there's a lunar whale we need to go get. See, I feel like a later Final Fantasy would have given a couple of quests, or at least some side content relating to the Mysidia legend as it evidently exists in the underworld here. Because the Dwarf King just indicated that they have some kind of mythology surrounding Mysidia, considering that he didn't think it actually existed. And a later Final Fantasy would have used that as an excuse to put you on, I don't know, another half-hour-long journey, 1-hour-long journey. Just something to get you to explore a little more, gain a little more experience in an organic fashion. Just something to distract you. Allow you to get a couple more levels without noticing that you're gaining levels. So I'm guessing Edge was hitting on Rosa there? Kind of a shitty thing to do, Edge. And Sid murdered him. Oh. Oh no, this time Sid is dead. Nah, he's just joshing you. He's fine. I don't know what Sid's problem is. One night at an inn should have healed him up. Anyway, now we have this drill, so we can get back to the overworld. In this town must have been so happy to have their mountain back, to have their ecology back, to have their regular climate back, and then we're just gonna drill on out and say, "Soil!" Fortunately, Mysidia is just right here. And now we have that prophecy again. Which again, I have been racking my brain and I don't know who one born of a dragon would be. Seems more like it would reference Cain, but of course he doesn't bear light and dark. It's Cecil. It's obviously Cecil. Even though it does seem like it's mentioning Cain a lot. Cain jumps. Kane jumps like a motherfucker. He rises to the heavens all the time. If you just do enough calisthenics, you can make anything come true. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3. Oh, there we go. They did enough calisthenics. I mean, did they never just try this, just to see what would happen? It doesn't seem like the lunar whale is tied to anything. Seems like all they had to do was pray and it would happen. As if at any time they could have just gone, you know, I wonder, everyone just pray. Just pray toward the bay, and let's see if anything happens, and then boom. It's not that glorious. It looks kinda dumb, in fact. It looks pretty dumb. Why does it have a tail? Also, it looks more like a lobster. Well, you can't say no to a random moon voice. And there we go, they just gave you a tiny tutorial about how to fly to the moon. Even though you probably would have figured it out on your own anyway. And see, this is what bums me out so much about the first time I quit this game. Is all that's happening right now comes immediately after the Sealed Cavern, where I quit. What I didn't realize is Sealed Cavern is 70 to 80% of the way through the game. I was right there. I was right on the cusp of finishing this game. If I had spent just a couple of hours grinding, I probably would have been fine. But it was so soul-rending that I just gave up. Also, I went and got Excalibur. Down in the... which you can see is a huge damage boost. Down in the Cave of Summons, one of the items you find is the rat tail. That old key item. You bring that to a smith beside the Mithril Village that I never went to in this playthrough, actually. No, at least not on camera. You bring that to him, and he gives you adamant. You then bring that to a smith in the underworld and give it to him, and he will take your legend sword and he will begin forging it into Excalibur. Once you go to the moon and return, he will then give you Excalibur. I read somewhere that's based on time, but that doesn't seem to be the case. It just seems to be, have you gone to the moon? Have you come back from the moon? You don't even need to engage any story beats on the moon. Everything that's going on right now, you don't need to do this. Just give him the adamant, go to the moon, come back from the moon. Even if you've already done all the other story beats. On my initial playthrough that the first 5 episodes were based on, I got Excalibur only after I had completed the upcoming dungeon, which is after the story beats on the moon, because I had forgotten to take care of it. Even now that we know more about Cecil's parentage, we don't know why he's called the son of a dragon. All I can assume is that his mother was a dragon, which I guess makes sense. Dragons in mythology seem to be able to breed with just about anything they want. Yeah, I bet they want to commune with them. In their pants. Kluya is a much better name than Fusoya. Fusoya is just hard to say. Kluya? You get it. You get it right away. Another very sudden music cut. No, we always have exactly enough time. All fiction bears that out. Fusoya, by the way, is just a great mage. He has both all the white and all the black magic. So he's good, for once.